Oh, that's a lot of carbon blowout from the exhaust there. What I'm going to do first thing is, as you can see here, the power is sitting out. I'm going to take this, lift this up, and I'm going to shut this gas off. Make sure it's shut off. Nice and tight. Alright. Now, here, put the battery charging, put a different battery in.
It's pretty warm out in the sun.
It's warm out in the sun, but it's not so warm in the shade today. See if we get enough light here. It's just as cold inside as outside, so we might as well just leave it like that, because we're going to need as much light as we can in here. I've got some flashlights here. The goal is to get, well, first, to get all the junk out of there. That's why we got to clean all this up. And, close that for now. So there's the furnace. Oh. There we go. So we're gonna, yeah, that panel's got a screw on it. We've got to pull this. There's actually a screw right there. We've got to take a Phillips head so you can get it better from that side. And what we're gonna do is gonna take that cover off, and then we're going to, there's two screws. I can see one, the other one looks pretty corroded. But I think once we get those two off, and we've got to unscrew these ducts, we got to remove those. Then we can pull the whole case out. Okay, I've already disconnected the exhaust port, the cover on the outside. The only other thing we got to do is disconnect the gas line down there, and I've already shut the gas off. So I've got to get a wrench and
yeah, I need an actual Phillips.
Yeah, you do. Yep, sure do. So we're gonna do that. Like I said, I gotta also disconnect the gas line from the unit. But with the gas off, we shouldn't have any issues. Probably have some gas smell, but other than that, that's it. Be right back. I'm gonna pause this here if I can figure out how to pause it. Alright, so there's the gas line. Loosened it up with a crescent wrench. And now, hand loosening in here. There we go. So the gas line is off and it's separated. Next thing we got to do is we got to label these wires. These look like the wires for the monitor wires for the water tank, black water and the gray water tanks in here. But we've got all these wires for the thermostat, and you know, it's like blue going to yellow, white going to yellow. It's like, gotta make sure I have those wired up black to red here, you can see here. So I gotta make sure those are all, ouch. Either that or we take a picture with a phone, right? And just get it that way. So let's get that together. Let's see if you can get this thing off. The Phillips head screwdriver is right there. Unless we can get a shorty, you can also bend the tab. Okay? So if you need to bend the tab and just move it, you know, move it into a position that you can get it with a screwdriver, and then get the cover off. Once we get the cover off, I think the rest of it will come out pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but at least easier. Alright? Cool. Our gas line's off, and got a picture taken of this, but we're gonna just take the plug for the thermostat and all that good stuff, get it out of the way. And everything's cross-wired. Oh, that's nice. It's like, yeah, okay, Richard, we're gonna have to do something about that. We're gonna have to correct this, because there's like wires wrapped around other wires wrapped around other wires here, so that's gonna have to get fixed. But the next thing we need to do, okay, so that's disconnected, that's the plumbing, because we need to get in here. We got the cover off, which is good. Put that over there. Get my little flashlight thing. Oh, really? Where's the screw?
It was just inside of the hole, so it's probably somewhere over there to show.
Okay. Then we got this guy here, which now I gotta figure out. Is this clean or is it? I can't even tell what it looks like.
It basically just busted through.
I don't know if it's busted or if it's. Eesh, that's pretty corroded.
You just take a pry bar.
Yeah, probably. We could take a flat bar. This one here looks better. I could probably unscrew this one. So I'll do that with this one. Get in there with the gun. It's in reverse. We'll get in here. Hopefully line that up. Yeah, that's kind of punky plywood too. Come on. Really? It's just spinning. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Put this down. Now I'm gonna have to lift with something. I'm gonna need a screwdriver. No, I just need some leverage on this so I can actually get this thing to pop up. Hopefully it'll get right underneath there. Just want it to back out. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, we're gonna need the flat bar or something because there's no way this is not backing out. I'll try the other one real quick to see if that'll come out. Actually, this one looks like it's pulled almost right through the case, but yeah, see if you can find the flat bar in the garage, and I'll try to monkey with this here. Same thing here, it's just spinning. Alright, well there's that. I'll have to take a pry bar to those. In the meantime, I'm going to get these unscrewed. Get these detached. Get all that good here. Twist them. Right, at some point. Take a screwdriver, tab down, pull that out. One piece of the octopus, and then the other tab here. Get that tab bent down, pull that one out, disconnect that one. Yeah, definitely it's going to need a pry bar. And hopefully this will scoot this way and get this whole unit to move over enough to pull out. Can find one? How about that? How about that right there? Although, you know, obviously it's a piece of angle iron. You can get this under there enough. Yeah, see, there's not enough. There's no way I'm going to use that. I got to get a flat piece. That's the problem right now, is that this one is actually pulled through. This one, I just need enough leverage on the thing to get it. I think to just start to back out right now. Oh. Then I got the screw out, and the reason why the screw held on for so long is because it was attached into the carpet. The carpet wrapped around it, and I literally had to pound it out. Oh well, that one part. So the gas valve is out of that spot down there. So that way I can slide the unit out, hopefully. The internals. And then I gotta take a screwdriver. Let me get in this angle here. And undo the screw holding the actual inside of the furnace to the case. There we go. Oh, really? Everything's got to be... Too bad I didn't have a magnetic screwdriver. That would have helped. Okay, there. Oh, now where'd the screw go? There it is. I want to lose the screw. All right. Let's see if this thing... Oh, holy cow. It's going to bite me every barely inches away. It's moving. Don't know how much. Yeah, I gotta figure out where all this may be hung up on it. It's moving, but it's not moving too easy. I may have to stick something in there and kind of wiggle it. You know, it's definitely not been moved out since it's been installed, so. Alright, pause on it. Okay, we're back outside again. We got the furnace supposedly unbolted, but you wouldn't think that from the way it's moving around. Oh, you know what's holding it up?
What?
Is there's a plate here on the outside of the air intake that is supposed to come off, but because it's kind of stuck on the pipe, I'll have to wiggle this off from the outside. I'll have to get the screwdriver or something and loosen it up. I got the other plate off, but this one didn't want to come off for some reason.
Which screwdriver?
If you got a flathead, that'd be awesome. But because I can't really do it with a hammer. I mean, I guess I could tap around it and loosen it, but it's not really the good way to do the job there. See where the plate is?
Yeah.
See, I took that plate off, so that's loose. This is, I bet you this, because when you pulled on it, that's what, no, we got to get a block of wood or something, otherwise we're going to bash up all our siding. We have to slowly work this piece off of that. See the metal on the inside? That's what we have to pull off. So obviously this hammer is not going to do jack for me. It's a jackhammer. Get it? Anyways.
Yeah, I get that.
So I have to stick this in here.
I think it's just the goo box holding it on.
Yeah, but see, I thought this was actually physically attached to this thing, and it's not. It's actually just got a little gap around it. So that actually shouldn't be holding us up from this thing moving back. This thing is just, it's out here and there's a little gap, see? So this isn't actually holding it from moving. There's something else that's holding it from moving, because there's a sleeve here and I can see where the sleeve ends. Maybe the sleeve's attached further in, so we're gonna have to try to pry this off gently without causing too much problems. Although I don't know how we're gonna do that. See, because that's kind of, I have to like grip this with something and then pull on it. This part here, you know, I'm like slowly working on it. I don't know if pliers are going to get in there or what, but it just seems to me like that's not really the thing holding it on. Fun. Alright, and this is why you keep as many tools as you can, right? Because now I'm using a plumber's wrench to basically twist this thing off. It's definitely rotating. And this one, it's hard to do this one-handed while I do this, so you hold on to that, just don't get me in the frame. So we're going to take this and just slowly get it around there, just enough to get it. Just to give us some. It's working just fine just a second ago. There's a lot of goop on this thing. Loosen it up as much as I can. There we go. It's like right on the edge of this thing. Sharp. That is sharp. Papers. It wants to come loose, but I could wiggle it back and forth, but this is not got enough grip on it to get this thing. Do this. See if we can get it
You're removing the actual pipe.
Yeah, I know. It's a sleeve. It's an outer sleeve. That's what I'm saying. This is what's probably holding it back because it's gripped onto the furnace unit. I just need to loosen it up enough to. Here we go. It's starting to back out now. This is so none of the exhaust gases get into the RV, back into your rig. Wow, this. I'd go after it a little bit more if it wasn't so cold out. Okay, so there's that. There, see? So it's all tapered on the end. Friction fit. Now, we'll see if the furnace can get pulled out. Okay? Alrighty, you can hit the pause button up there. Whoop.
Pause.
Nope. Okay, after some cajoling to get this thing out, which basically meant tapping down the old galvanized sheet metal wheel well just enough in that corner to clear this thing. Wound up cracking my little piezoelectric starter insulator, but I think that's still intact. I do have the replacement on the other one. But now the unit pulls out. So hopefully get in here. Get out of the way. There we go. You want to pick that up and bring that out of the workbench, and we'll take a look at her. Alright. Okay, this surprise. Yeah, workbench such as it is. There we go. So there's this unit. And there's the other unit, the 24,000 BTU unit, and this is the 30,000 BTU unit. So we're probably going to swap some of these parts off for this one, although these look in better shape even with a crack on it than that does. You see how the clip came off? See how there's a clip there? It's supposed to be kind of welded on here, and it's busted off. That one looks like it's got a slightly different connector on here than that one. Looks like they may have jimmy rigged something here to get it to work. So we're going to have to be very careful with that, because it looks like that pin was bent down too to accommodate some different clip that was on there. And it looks like there's a ground missing. Like there's like this wire here is there, but there's actually no wire there, which is kind of weird. Gonna have to look at the wiring diagram, which should be. Oh, and there's the squirrel cage full of crap in there. We got to take all that apart and clean this up, and you can see peeling paint coming off of it. So we'll get this cleaned up. Don't do that. You gotta actually unscrew this, pull it out, and then you can actually we'll vacuum it all out. And then there's the wiring diagram here, so I got to figure out. It says NT-20, 24, and 30S, so they're all wired up the same, at least in this year. And we're going to get this checked out and cleaned up, and hopefully we can test fire this bad boy, see if it works before we stick her back in. Yeah, we got the fan cover off. We've got trying to remove the squirrel cage unit from the rest of the furnace. We got all these screws taken off just to expose this. There were a bunch of dead flies in there. You can see in here where when I'm moving the squirrel cage, look at all the crud that's just moving around inside there. All the fiberglass, and there's all this peeled paint, which we'll fix once we get the unit off. There's all this corrosion here, which we're going to have to scrape off and clean up as well. So this, hopefully, if you want to start, well, there's these wires here. Hold on. There's these wires. Those are disconnected, hopefully. Yep. We'll pull these through. Those are for the fan switch, which broke off. Yeah, that's good. Oh, you got to pull. Yeah, you got to pull that loose. Or actually, muzzle. I'm just going to take the whole thing apart at this point. Actually, that one's so far in there, you're going to have to use a regular Phillips head for this one. There we go. Don't know. Can you get around in there into that corner? That one? No, no, get on this side. You got to get it on this side. Here. See that crud that's in there. Can you get in there? Can you get an angle on that or no?
I'd have to take this part off, which you're
Sorry.
so loving about.
No. Ooh, it's tight. Yeah, don't strip it. We're gonna have to get a shorter Phillips head and stick it in there because I don't think it's gonna work that way. That's just a little too tight.
Yeah,
It's just a little too long. I think I got a real shorty in the office or on the in the tool bin. So we're going to try to just disconnect this whole unit, get it out of here, get it all cleaned up. You can see there's enough, you know, little surface rust on this. We're going to clean this up, get it all repainted with high temp paint and like header paint and stuff. So and then we'll do a test run on it and see how she's working. But it looks like mechanically the bearings seem good. It's just there's a lot of crud in there that we need to clean out. Well, kind of changing plans here. We've got the NT-24 unit here, and we're going to use this fan unit, this whole unit here, to swap out here for the 30,000 BTU unit. We've got the burner here. We've got that off with the orifice, as you can see here, and that's for this unit here. You can see the difference between the 24,000 BTU burner unit, how it goes, and it makes an elbow, and the unit's actually down here. This is a much older unit. This is newer, and we're going to swap it out because, as you can see, that whole housing is completely rotted due to probably mouse stuff that collected in the bottom of that housing. So we're going to clean this all up and start, once we get it all cleaned up and painted with the high temp paint, we're going to start reassembling.